I'm going to ruffle a few people's feathers out there, and I don't even care because I want you to succeed. I think there's a lot of advice out there from money experts that's actually hurting your finances. It's hurting your finances now, it's hurting your financial future, and it's hurting your ability to build wealth. I paid off over $4,000 in 90 days, and I've also helped the client to pay off $3,000 and save $2,000 in 60 days, and not following the money experts' advice. So you're probably wondering what those things are, right? I've got 3 I'm going to share in this video. Let's dive into the conversation. There's so much information out there on finances, and I know you're probably overwhelmed, but I'm going to give you the truth. And here's my opinion about what you need to do with your finances. First thing is you need to have a money mindset change. You gotta have a change in your mindset. What do I mean by that? You gotta think about money differently. People have believing that debt is not a thief, and they believing that cash is not a tool. They're believing that cash doesn't matter. They believe that credit is the only way to live life. But you gotta have a mindset shift, in my opinion. I believe that credit is a thief. Yes, debt is a thief. I know everybody else telling you to build your credit, get your FICO score in order, all this nonsense out there. That's why I'm an outlier. I believe that you can live without debt if you choose to. And I believe that cash is a tool. Because if you borrow money, this is what happens. You're in a cycle that never ends. You borrow money, pay it back. You're doing double dutch. You back and forth, all right? Borrow money, pay it back. Borrow money, pay it back. Like for 30 years of your life, or maybe for a lifetime. That's all you know to do is borrow money. When I come with the concept of using cash, you look at me like I'm weird because I am weird. I don't want to be like everybody else. About 80% of people in America have debt. I'll say it again, about 80% of people in America have debt. And it's not a good thing. In fact, we got like trillions of dollars of debt owed as a nation. And that's not good for our nation. How are we the wealthiest country in the world, basically, and broke at the same time? It doesn't make sense. My mentality is to help you to have a change in your mindset, by believing that debt is a thief. It's stealing your financial future, whether you believe it or not. Because you borrow money, pay it back, and you pay back more than you borrow. Here's why. Because you borrow money using OPM, other people's money. You know the phrase. And when you borrow somebody else's money, you're paying interest. Some people say, well, I have a credit card, I pay it off every month. That ain't the point. The whole point is you're borrowing money. So you borrow somebody else's money for that car loan, that student loan, that home, that motorcycle, whatever you have, the gadget, the phone. People are financing their phones now. It's insanity. Because why are you financing your phone? Why not buy a phone with cash money? Because think about it. When you borrow money, how do you pay it back? You pay it back with the same thing you're trying to avoid using, cash. Whether it's cash on your bank account or cash money, the actual physical money. People are trying to avoid paying cash when cash is king. It rules. Get in the mindset of believing that you can live without debt. Otherwise, you'll stay in debt and be like everybody else, their mama. Borrow money, think it's cool to have 10 credit cards maxed out. Folks filing bankruptcy, think it's cool. That ain't cool, bruh. That ain't cool, sis. The whole point is to help you to have a mindset change so that you can live life abundantly, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, because imagine if you didn't have any debt. You have money. The reason why people borrow money is because they don't have money. If you don't have money, start borrowing money from people, family, friends, banks, lenders, whoever. If you can, pay cash. I know I'm weird. I'll be weird because I want you to be weird too and not broke. Change your mindset about how you see money, how it's actually used, because why not be different? Why not be an outlier like me? Borrow money is something I don't want to do. I don't do, except for a house, that's it. We pay cash for cars, pay cash for basically everything we have. So the whole point is, don't borrow money. Don't do it. Don't be like everybody else. Because everybody else may have a nice car, nice house, drive nice, smell nice, look nice, but they're struggling financially. I met with a client years ago. He had about a 3-story house, a nice neighborhood, about 2 or 3 cars in the yard. Wife stayed at home with the kids, and they were struggling. Like they were struggling. They looked nice on the outside, shiny, looked good, smelled good probably, but they were broke. I don't want that to be you. I grew up in a low income neighborhood. My mom and dad had 7 kids. We struggle financially. I don't want you to be on welfare, government assistance, none of that stuff. I want you to live life, get your money up. But first you gotta learn how to think about money in a wise way, not like everybody else in the world does, thinking that credit is everything. It ain't everything. Even though we gotta use credit for getting a loan, you gotta have a get credit score, or you even get a job, gotta get credit score, and it's like, why? It's like, a credit score doesn't tell you how much money you got saved in your bank account, do you? No. It doesn't tell you how much you got invested in your 401k. No, it doesn't. How about your Roth IRA? No. It doesn't tell you if you got real estate in your portfolio. No. It tells you borrow money and pay it back, or not pay it back. It depends on if you got a low credit score or a high credit score. The whole point is, y'all, change your mindset about money. Change your mindset. And some of y'all are going to click off. That's fine. But for those who want to have a different lifestyle, think about money differently, use cash. Because cash rules and debt sucks. It sucks the life out of you. You know it. Up late, worrying about how you're going to pay your bills because you got mortgage, you got car payments, student loans, medical debt. Should I continue? Right. You're talking to you. I don't want you to struggle with financially, but you're struggling. Do something different. DSD, as I heard someone say before, do something different. Don't be like everybody else. DSD, baby. Let's go. Second thing, once you change your mindset, I want you to save some money for rainy days. Here's why. I lost 4 jobs, y'all. 4. And all my fault. I'm taking responsibility for the loss of the jobs. But each time I lost a job, we got money saved. Every time. Because we know life is going to happen to us. We know that. We live in a world where things happen, good and bad. When the bad things happen financially, we have money. We don't rely on debt when something bad happens. We use cash. We have money saved for rainy days. We pay cash for things. Once you have savings, I believe saving in between at least $500 and $1,500 in the savings account, whether it be a regular savings account, high yield savings account, money market account, it doesn't matter. Just put the money in the account. Bottom line. Because if you have no money and something happens, you're going to rely on debt again. Going back to the first point where I'm telling you about the first time. Change your mindset about money. Stop borrowing. Because when you have money, something happens, you pay the money. And then you replenish the money back to the money you're supposed to have in the account. $500 to $1,500 in the savings account. That money isn't used for vacationing, no. Not used on a new sofa, no. Or a new big screen TV, no. For the game day, no. That money is set aside for rainy days because life is going to happen. A job loss, been there, done that. We moved to South Carolina, back home again. We had to buy a washer and dryer. Been there, done that. About last year, our car got stolen again. And then on top of that, we had to buy another car. If you have money saved and things happen and you don't think your money will be tied up in something, which is the phrase of somebody using it, say, I'd rather buy a car with credit because I want to tie my money up. Bruh, sis, tie your money up. You're going to tie your money up by giving to somebody else for 6-7 years for a car payment. Get savings for rainy days when you need it. Job loss. The pandemic happened in 2020. Oh, by the way, I lost my job during the pandemic, and I still make money in my business. But the whole point is we have money saved. Save some money. Stop playing with this thing. This is financial literacy, the truth. You heard me? Your boy talking the truth. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. Lost 4 jobs, my fault. Now I've been in business for 6 years. Got clients in Florida, South Carolina, who at Tennessee. So I'm making money. I'm not a millionaire yet, but I want to be a millionaire one day. I want you to handle your finances the right way. And lastly, the third thing, I believe this is why people struggle financially, in my opinion, because they don't have a plan for their money. I call it a money plan because some people don't like the word budget, but a budget is simply a plan for your money. Research says that only 1 in 3 people do a money plan or budget, a detailed one, meaning people don't have a plan for their money. Most people don't have a plan for their money. They don't have direction, a compass for their finances. If they want to get out of debt, which you should. If they want to save for retirement, which you should. If they want to buy a house for down payment, which you should. They don't have a direction. They don't have any guidance. They just willy-nilly spend money or attempt to save money, and they say, well, it's not happening. Well, do you have a plan for your money? Do you do a monthly budget? Not an annual budget, a monthly budget. And you need a monthly budget because every month is different. Every month changes. January different from June. In January, we have New Year's resolutions. You have money you paid off for your credit card if you use your credit card for Christmas. June is different because you're probably traveling for vacation, which you don't need to go because you broke. You ain't got no savings, not doing the budget. Every month is different. Do a zero-based money plan, which means you have your income you earn for the month minus what you have actually spent, you plan to spend, say, and you have income minus your expenses equal 0. Now, if you make $4,000, for example, and your expenses are $8,000, you're living way above your mean. You're living 2 times above your income. In other words, you got to either make more income or bring your lifestyle down, meaning reduce your expenses, or do both. Make more income, get a new job, get a raise, a bonus, sell something, start a business, do whatever you can do to increase your income. And then look at your expenses and comb through them suckers. Like comb through your expenses. And things you aren't using, like subscriptions, cut it out. Stop doing it. Stop wasting money. Every time you go get your nails done, your hair done. Yeah, I said your nails done, your hair done. Why? If you do it, you went 2 months ago. Why you need to get down your nails done again? Why? Tell me why. You're wasting money. If you don't need to buy something, don't buy it. That simple. Live within the money that you earn. Now, if you're making $4,000 and you spend $2,000 on your budget, the money you haven't budgeted or planned will disappear because you don't have a plan for it. Your money is your employee. You are the boss of your finances. So make sure you make your money do what you want to do. You give, save, spend, pay yourself too. So make sure you do these things because I want you to see the truth coming from a normal guy like me. And I want to help you with your finances. Change your mindset about money. Save for rainy days. And get your money plan. The money plan is key because without a money plan, you can't go where you want to go with your finances. Whether you go planning for a vacation, you're planning for marriage, college, whatever, the money plan is vital for your financial sustainability. It'll sustain you in difficult times and in great times. Do with the money plan, have some savings, and change your mindset. Join me in the next video, and I'll see you there.